get to it.
I'm sorry.
I love titties. I love titties. I love titties. I love titties.
Yeah. You already know where we at with it. You already know where we at with it, man. Yeah. You already know, man. You are tuned into episode 65 of the Areola RollerCoaster podcast, man, featuring your boy Starks. Shout out to everybody filing in, man. You know what I'm saying? We about to go live and talk our talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Do what we need to do. Yeah. Yo, you know what it is, man. Oh my God. What it do, man. It's your boy Starks. You are now tuned in to episode 65 of the Areola RollerCoaster podcast, man. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody out there that's going to pop in the future, that's popping in right now. You know what I mean? I am glad to be doing an episode, man. Last week I didn't get a chance to do an episode, man. I actually got sick the day before. I was shooting a commercial and I was outside with no coat on for like probably 5 hours or something like that. It wasn't cold outside, but it was windy, and immediately I got sick, man. So I was coughing, and I couldn't even talk without coughing. So it wasn't no use to do the podcast, man. But we here now, man, and that's all that matters, man. You know what I'm saying? Round of applause to everybody out there, man, that's tuning in right now. Shout out to y'all, man. Within a week's time, we done missed out on so much, man. We got so much to cover in a week's time, man. It's going crazy right now, man. Like right now, we got to talk about the fact that Marcus Jordan, man, Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, is I can't lie to you, man. My boy out there living his life, man. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about who's the GOAT and whatnot, and all of that, but I don't know, man. Marcus Jordan ain't he ain't handling business the way he's supposed to, man. Marcus Jordan, he just got arrested on DUI and got caught with some cocaine and all that kind of stuff, man. And they found him actually driving on a railroad track and was trying to get back. And bro was so high that he told the police officers when they put him in the car, play some Mariah Carey on the way to the police station. Like Marcus Jordan Marcus Jordan was out there so zooted. He told them people that he was Michael Jordan's son, like that was going to get him off. they like, come on with us. Come on with us. Safe to say, them police officers was definitely LeBron fans, because they locked his ass up and didn't care about none of that. They ain't care about none of that. You hear me? Marcus Jordan, man. I don't know, man. You always think, man, when you got a father that's, arguably one of the most famous people in the world, one of the most richest people in the world, you think life would just be simple and easy. And bruh's out here snorting cocaine, eating he eating watermelon and snorting cocaine, man. Like he dating Scottie Pippen's wife, like all that, man. Bruh is out here he's the evil son out of the bunch. You know what I mean? Marcus Jordan just tainting Jordan legacy all the way up. Like, man, you know that I'm Michael Jordan's son. They like, we don't care about none of that. You know what I mean? That boy Marcus Jordan. Cub was supposed to hold the legacy down, hooping like his father. He couldn't make it to the league. Bro said, you know what? Hand me that watermelon and that cocaine over while you at it, man. I'm going to turn up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Super Bowl happened Sunday, man. Super Bowl happened. Um, I hit people with a dipsy do surprise, man. When the Super Bowl happened, I actually had a Super Bowl commercial air. I was in a Super Bowl commercial that aired after halftime of the Super Bowl, man, and I didn't tell nobody. I always feel like telling people is just kind of jinxing yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's an easy way to just have egg on your face. Because if it don't air, then you're sitting there looking stupid when you done told all these people to look for something and it didn't never air. And, anything can happen to where it just doesn't take place. So you just got to, stay quiet and let it do what it do. But, it aired, man, and everybody got to see it. And everybody was surprised because they didn't expect to see me on TV. But, you know what I'm saying? I popped up, man, and I played a police officer, man. Officer Carl, and it's a Clark's Pumping Shop Super Bowl commercial, man. And we got a chance to, kind of use our freedom a little bit. We still went by the script, but we kind of got the chance to add our funny to it a little bit. You know what I mean? We can't stray too far away from the strip, but we got a chance to add our funny to it, man. And it actually came out. It actually came out pretty funny, man. So they made two different versions. They made the 30-second spot that aired on TV, and then they made like an extended version that's like a minute long, where we had a little bit more dialogue, and it was pretty funny, man. It was funny, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz. In the meantime of this week, man, the Lakers made a trade. Luka and AD trade happened. Nobody's seen that coming. The Luka AD trade happened, and AD immediately, he went to Dallas, him and Max Christie, and went out there and scored 24 and immediately got injured. And he's out indefinitely until with an ab strain or something like that. So AD ain't playing. Luka was injured, but Luka's back. So Luka's playing for the Lakers now, which is still wild to digest and see, man. More power to them all. But, everybody's now arguing who got the better deal between the Lakers and the Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's all on how you view it, man. Like it can swing either way because both are great players. It's just wild to see them in different jerseys, and it's like, bro, what? Then next thing you know, another trade happened, and they traded Dalton Connect and somebody else, Cam Reddish, for Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets, and he got all the way to L.A. and failed his physical. So, when they do an NBA physical, that constitutes like MRIs, X-rays, basically a full body test, you know what I'm saying? And come to find out his back and knees are shot. So they like, yo, you don't pass the test. And, we gotta get you up out of here. So he didn't pass the physical, so the trade couldn't go through. So they had to send him back to Charlotte, and they had to bring Dalton Connect and Cam Reddish back. And I know it had to be weird because, you do your press conference for Charlotte, you get your mind wrapped around what's happening, and then you're going to have a debut for Charlotte, and next thing you know, they call you like the trade didn't go through, you got to come back. I know that's weird to walk back in the locker room, you know what I'm saying, look at your locker like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that got to be weird. I think they affected Dalton Connect for the rest of his career to let him know that this is strictly a business. From this point forward, it's strictly a business. And I say all of that to say that's exactly why I don't trip off of, KD, LeBron, Westbrook, James Harden, Jimmy Butler, all this talent that kind of decides where they want to go instead of letting the business put them where they go. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was mad at LeBron. Everybody was mad at KD and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, man, for the sake of my career and what makes me happy, I'm going to do what I need to do. Other than that, they going to deal you when you don't want to be dealt. So, it is what it is. If you're going to criticize one, you got to criticize the other, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the way I feel about it, So, they probably done created a monster, man. You know what I'm saying? He's seen what could happen. He's still in L.A., but he's seen what could happen. So now he knows, how to treat the business, man. Anytime during the podcast, man, if you want to chime in on these topics, man, feel free to call in 502-632-3742. I got it pinned in the comments right now. That's 632-3742, man. You know what I mean? I can patch you in and we'll chop it up on the show because I got a lot to cover tonight. So I'm just getting all the other topics out of the way, and then I'm gonna go in, man, because this Kendrick versus Drake, Kendrick at the Super Bowl topic has been far too heavy, and we got to get to the nitty gritty of that, man. We got to actually, have an adult discussion when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of weird at this point. It's kind of weird at this point of what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Of what the K-Dot fans and what the Drake fans, K-Dot fans, everybody's it's just a mess. But we'll get to that in a minute, man. All I'm saying is, as parents, me being a parent of three, you know what I mean, 2 teenagers, 1 adult, you know what I mean, and it's kind of like with my boys, I've always kind of instilled in them that they not from the streets, that I was from the hood, but I wasn't a street dude. You know what I'm saying? I was in the hood. I know all the street dudes, but I'm not a street dude. They can tell you and vouch. I'm not a street dude. Like I'm from the hood, but I'm not a street dude. I never wanted to participate in much of that. Like, I partook in the hood activities just like everybody else, but I wasn't that guy that's just balls to the wall with it, And I'm saying all that to say, like, you got to just watch what you're doing, man, because, a few seconds of, especially in this climate, man, a few seconds of a bad decision can affect you and your family's life for the rest of your life, They said right now, El Salvador, whoever the president or prime minister of El Salvador, whatever they have there, that guy has hit a proposal. He has hit a proposal to basically offered the United States to host some of America's worst criminals in El Salvador's prisons for a small fee. Like, basically, if you pay us, we'll take some of your worst criminals and put them in our system, because they say El Salvador prisons are the most uncomfortable prisons in the world. I repeat that. They said El Salvador prisons are some of the most uncomfortable prisons in the world. And El Salvador has offered the United States basically the ability to come, well, basically for a fee, you can take your worst criminals and send them to us. And I'm just saying that to be like, all these kids with the switches and smoking on their ops and all of that, bro, you might get sent to El Salvador, man. And to have a cold-blooded killer that don't even speak your language looking you in your eye, they got to be a different feeling, my boy. You talking about all day, every day, I got to watch my back? Like, I can't even enjoy eggs, I got to watch my back? Like, bro, listen, I'm not committing nobody's crimes, bro. You're not sending me to El Salvador, bro. I don't even want to go on vacation to El Salvador. I'm good. It's starting to get nasty, man. They trying to get you to sell prisoners, you know what I mean, and let them do their time at the tough prison. Like, you think these penitentiaries is hard here in the States? They trying to be like, yo, send them here and let's see what they worth, man. Yo, it's different. Too different for me. I can't do it. Listen, man, give me the chair. Sir, we just pulled you over for your turn signal. Okay, my bad. Like, I'm going over the edge, man. Give me the chair. Get me out of here, man. They putting people in El Salvador, bro. Like, this is real. They said the El Salvador president has offered the United States the opportunity to outsource part of its prison system to El Salvador. And he said he'll make the fee relatively low, but he has space in his prison. And, if you want to outsource these guys and get them up out of here, then, you're done. Jay Chandler said, you can't take that burner with you. That's a fact. You can't take the burner with you. Like, that's part of the game. Your ops don't matter no more. Your day ones don't matter no more. Your homies, your block don't matter no more. Your parents don't matter no more. It's just you and two dudes with knives in the shower and you butt naked, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Real life. They talking a language that you can't even understand. Face full of tattoos. You know what I mean? I'm not committing no crimes. Listen, I'm good. I get a traffic ticket. Y'all talk about El Salvador. I'm going to start bringing up names. I'm getting at that traffic ticket. I'm getting at a traffic ticket, boy. You know why we pulled you over? Listen, I know where the bricks is at. I know who got them. I know who's selling regular weed. Like, if you won't get the regular weed out the country, I know who got it. For real. That's a fact. See, I ain't trying to cough the whole time. That's a fact. I'm not trying to do nobody's time, bro. I done lived my life too far off the beaten path, avoiding jail time to ever go to El Salvador's prison as an outsourced prisoner, man. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Big Meech and 50 Cent going through it, you know. Big Meech and 50 Cent going through it. 50 Cent, I guess, disassociated himself. He disassociated himself with Big Meech after seeing a picture of Big Meech chilling with Rick Ross. For y'all that don't know who Big Meech is, Big Meech was, you know, the head ringleader of BMF, you know, that took over in the early 2000s and was just, you know, they had it on lock, you know, and he got, you know, their whole ring got locked up. Everybody, you know, did time, and I think he did probably 8-10 years or something in jail and just got out. And, you know, everybody showing him love because, you know, when he was out, he was that guy, you know, and while he was locked up, 50 Cent had his son, you know, blow up as an actor in the BMF, you know, series. 50, you know, created the BMF series, had his son be one of the main actors. You know, he got the family some money. So when he got out, he came out to money and all of that. And next thing you know, he pop up in the picture with one of 50 Cent's ops, you know, and 50 didn't take it lightly. So 50 had posted something about, he posted a conversation between him and Lil Meech. And Lil Meech was trying to explain things. And and he was talking about, what about the show? And 50 Cent said, what show, little Nick? What show, little Nick? I said, yo. You just ruined the legacy that could have been based off you just meeting up with people. Like, I mean, who's 50 Cent to tell Meech who he can take pictures with and who he can't? I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. But I know for somebody that held me down while I was locked up, you know what I mean, hand over fist, you know, you got to have some kind of loyalty and thankfulness for that, you know, especially holding my family down, my son, making sure my son good, like, you know what I mean? But to each his own, man. I will tell you, man, that Big Meech's hairline, it pisses me off. His hairline and his beard chin strap, that pisses me off. It is not 2002. That chin strap come free with an Aniche jacket. Like, if you don't, bruh, if you don't find a barber that's not a yes man, get out with braids, bruh. It is. You gonna go to a Fabulous video shoot? Like, what do you got on, my boy? Like, he went out, got some new teeth, all that. I said, bruh, this is not the same Big Meech. That looks like large Demetrius. That ain't Big Meech. That's large Demetrius. Cuz said the Commonwealth don't have anything on El Salvador. Listen, man. I heard how they do in Mexico. I see how they do in Mexico, man, and they be doing people dirty. Like, the tourists will get robbed and the police be like, you got to pay us to help. Like, you know, listen, it's a different kind of climate, man. Ain't no reason, like, it don't even pay off to be a thug, like, at all. Like, it doesn't pay off. When you go to jail, you don't get that time back, bro. Like, you don't get it. I don't know why people be proud. I did a 9 flat, no rat, no homo, bruh. That's not cute. Like, what? Like, ain't nothing tough about that, my boy. 30 days, I can do that standing on my head. Go, have at it, my boy. Have at it, my boy. Have at it, my boy. Yeah, that's different. Big Meech. So Big Meech had had set up a going home concert. He set up a coming home concert. I'm sorry. He set up a coming home concert and had everybody performing, like all the big name artists. No Jeezy though, but all the big name artists. It was supposed to be just like a big concert, and it was supposed to be reminiscent of the BMF parties from back in the day. So, you know, everybody from everywhere was going to show up to that BMF concert. My thing is this. If you having a big concert, this is your first event since being home. You have people who experienced what BMF parties was like, and then you have people who heard about what BMF parties is like. Those people who heard are now of age to be a part of the BMF experience. So that means you're going to have triple the population that you would normally have. My thing is this. Ain't no way you could bring all the dope boys and all the gangsters and all the thugs and all the bad chicks and all of that into one building and not one person pass away. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to be callous to nothing, but bro, that's a recipe for disaster. A large group of people is called a fuck that. Like, are you crazy? I'm not going to no Big Meech coming home concert. I love my life. Going to a Big Meech coming home concert is just like basically putting $10,000 in your pocket and going to one of them clubs on Winchester Road. Like, you might not make it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, people was upset because it got canceled. The Big Meech show got canceled. The concert did, for whatever reason, unknown reasons. But people are upset. So y'all was going to get a flight, get a hotel, travel to this just to be a part of the event. Think about that. I'm seeing women say this. Like, if I'm a man and I'm dating you and you like suggest this to me, I'm looking at you different now. You want to go to the what? You want to go to the who? Oh, no. No, we good. We good, babe. I don't want to go to no big, man, I'm not going to a Big Meech show. Are you? All the dope boys, all the killers, all the bad bitches, all the scammers, everybody's going to be there that you don't need to be around. And you think everybody's going to get along in the name of Big Meech? You got to be out your head. You got to be out your head. Somebody going to step on somebody's shoes. Somebody going to bump somebody and not apologize. Ravel hoods. Come on, bro. Ain't enough security that could be there. Ain't enough. Y'all tripping, man. Ain't no way. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. Ain't no way, bro. Chicks over talking about they want to go to the Big Meech thing, the BMF thing, bro. I have no desire. I heard about those parties and all of that, and that's cool, but I'm good. I don't like going to big events where I don't know nobody anyway. Like, what's the fun in it if I can't talk to somebody I know? Like, I can go out of town and be cool. You know, I can go sightsee and vacation alone, but to go to an event alone, I don't know. It's kind of weird. You ain't got nobody to share it with. You're like, Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. People are different, man. Cuz got out. Cuz got out. And of course, I mean, I don't blame him for having the event. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get out, you want to live life. You want to take it all in. But for people to not be so blind that they don't see the writing on the wall, like, bro, you know that this is gonna be bad. You know this is gonna be bad, and you still gonna show up. The comedy show in Cincinnati tells you enough. The We Done Ones comedy show, the Mike Epps We Done Ones comedy show in Cincinnati, that tells you enough. Everybody goes to the comedy show to enjoy themselves and come out, and the whole parking lot, all the cars is broken into. You think that they ain't breaking into them Lexuses and Beamers and Land Rovers that y'all pulling up in? Because everybody's trying to be their flyest to this event. Everybody's going to pull up with the whips. Everybody going to have they action out. You think that them Jack boys is going to be chilling? They ain't trying to go see this show. This is an opportunity, my boy. What? Stop playing, man. Stop playing. Let me know some things. I learned some things. I saw that what happened in Cincinnati. All them cars got broken into, windows busted, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I got to take the raggediest car out the arsenal and pull up to the comedy show. They ain't gonna bust them windows. That thing got 200,000 miles on it. They ain't worried about that. The doors is unlocked. There ain't nothing in there. What you gonna take? You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be the car you don't steal. If you got to go through all that just to enjoy yourself, I'm not doing it. You think them Jack boys ain't gonna be there waiting? Come on, man. Come on, man. I got once. I got once in Louisville during Derby. All them years by one of them 3-car money niggas. And it wasn't the 3 cars, it was a bottle caps. And that was my first time ever seeing that in person, so I didn't know the scheme. I didn't know the play. I'm seeing somebody play, nigga done won $1,000. I'm like, yo, whoa. He play again, he done won, $1,500. I said, whoa. Both times I picked out where the ball was. I'm like, hold on. That's an easy way for me to bubble up. I give cuz $100. This is years ago. I'm down there with $250. I got $250 to my name. This is the Tyson fight in Louisville. This is when the Tyson fight was in Louisville. I got No. Yeah, it was Derby. Not the Tyson fight. It was Derby. I got $250. I give cuz $100. I'm gonna bubble this $100 up real quick. I follow the balls. Boom, 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 boom. I see the caps. I pick my cap, and it ain't there, boy. You talking about a stomach ache? I said, oh, hold up, fam. Never again. That $100 paid for that education. Never again. I bet you I don't. And back then, $100, man, that was hard to come by, man. I lost $100. I had $250. I came back. I came back with $100. I spent $50 on food. I came back with $100. I was sad. I ain't even enjoy my Derby. I'm not trying to be a part of none of that, bro. It's so many plots and schemes out here, bro. I wouldn't even subject myself to this. I'm afraid of things in the comedy industry. Jay Chandler can relate to what I'm talking about. We both comedians in the game, and we do what we do, and you never know the moment in time when your number's called and you elevate, and then in that moment that you elevate, they say new levels, new devils. It's devils out there that exist that we haven't experienced yet, and I'm afraid of that because I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What's wild is I was in Philadelphia, man. I went to the Mitchell & Ness store. It's downtown Philadelphia, the Mitchell & Ness flagship store. Park my car. Go in the Mitchell & Ness store. Homeless dude come in and say, young blood, they out there ticketing your car right now. And he kind of run outside and he's like, hey, stop, man. He's right here. He's right here. So, of course, I run out the store. I come out. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm right here, yo. And then he looked at me. He said, oh, man, they must have took off, man. I don't know where they went. Then he's like, hey, you got $5? He's like, you got $1? You can give me $5? You can give me. And I'm like, whoa. What a excellent way to get me out of the store to see if I have money to give you. You just schemed me out of the store. The same thing can happen if he had a gun, I was done. What was I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like if he had a gun, what was I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like I was throwed off of that. I was like, bruh, he just really got me out of the store. And who knows who could have been sitting here waiting on me, you know what I mean? They could have pulled out the click-clacker like, run that. I wouldn't have known nothing. But that's something in Philadelphia, that's just they normal plotting scheme. I come back in the store, they're like, hey, man, don't listen to him, man. Don't listen to him. He do it all the time. I'm like, bruh, learn something that day. You know what I'm saying? Learn something that day. Super Bowl happened Sunday, you know. Before we get into the Super Bowl, Russell Simmons, Russell Simmons been in court for a couple of charges and whatever. And he actually avoided for whatever he was accused of, he avoided it by moving to Bali. Not saying that it's right or wrong. I don't really know the details of it, so I can't really, dive in and be like, well, this is this and that is that. Like, nah, it's just, I know that he saved himself in court by moving to Bali, Indonesia. It says, a federal judge dismissed the sexual assault lawsuit filed by Jane Doe against the hip-hop mogul, ruling that Simmons is a stateless American citizen, making it impossible for the court claim to have jurisdiction over him. Jane Doe, a former Def Jam executive, had filed a lawsuit alleging that Simmons sexually assaulted her in the 90s while she worked at the label. Doe's lawsuit claimed that Simmons raped her in his Manhattan apartment after luring her there under the guise of reviewing a music video. The suit was part of a larger wave of litigation enabled by the New York Adult Survivors Act, which briefly lifted the statute of limitations for adult survivors of sexual abuse. However, Simmons' legal team argued that the lawsuit should be dismissed because he has lived in Indonesia since 2018. The judge sided with Simmons, ruling that the plaintiff failed to prove that he was domiciled in New York at the time of the complaint. The dismissal boiled down to a jurisdictional technicality. Since Simmons no longer claims residence in any U.S. state and has been living in Indonesia under a permanent retirement visa since 2021, the judge ruled that he falls outside the court's jurisdiction. The judge also noted that Simmons sold his New York apartment in 2021. He has lived in multiple residences in Indonesia and possesses an Indonesian driver's license. The court was not persuaded by Jane Doe's argument that Simmons' social media posts, business ties, and occasional visits to New York meant he was still legally domiciled in the U.S. Therefore, he got away with it. I said, wow, that's a lot of technicality right there. Triel, what up, though? That's a lot of technicality right there. So it was a sexual assault lawsuit against Russell Simmons for whatever happened in the 90s, when they was wilding. And he basically evaded it, by moving to Bali. And moving to Bali basically got him out of the jurisdiction of prosecution. When you got lawyers and they know the law, they can talk that talk. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Girl could be lying. I don't know. I don't have a dog in the fight. Prayers for all. But I do know everybody was talking about that man moving to Bali, and it seems to have paid off. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. He ain't only doing yoga. He was out there ducking. You know what I'm saying? So, when you get into what I say, new levels, new devils, When you get into that level, man, things change, man. Prayers for her if it's true. Prayers for her if it's true. At the same time, you got to keep an open mind that it's a lot of women to be lying at her too. You know, I don't want to criminalize the lady for whatever she may have experienced that's traumatic. I'm just stating the fact that it be some women at her lying. You know, it's a lot of dudes whose careers and lives get ruined by somebody who is just trying to avoid accountability and can use the law to their advantage. So when you got somebody that's when you got somebody that's aware of how to get away from things like that, you got to do what you got to do. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? An opinion ain't never paid a bill. You know what I'm saying? Real life, an opinion ain't never paid a bill. But to get to the halftime celebration, man, we passed 30 minutes, so I think we're gonna spend the rest of the show on that part. The halftime celebration. First of all, let's get to the Super Bowl. It was the Chiefs versus the Eagles. I like both teams. I'm a Colts fan, so I didn't have a dog in the fight. And on top of that, I knew that my commercial was gonna be showing, so I really wasn't stud in the game. I was rooting for the Eagles. I wanted to see Jalen Hurts. I wanted to see Saquon get him one. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see the Eagles come out with one. Like we've seen Kansas City do it already. I get it. Travis Kelce was going to say, we want to fight for our right to party and all that. Like we done seen it already. You know what I mean? It would have been like not interesting for real. And the Eagles busted the Chiefs, man. They busted them for real. They told Patrick Mahomes up, man. And they ended up getting it, man. And the biggest thing about it is everybody was really watching the Super Bowl to watch the halftime show because they knew that Kendrick Lamar was performing the halftime show, and everybody wanted to see if he was going to perform the Not Like Us, the song. Everybody was waiting to see because they know that the lawsuit's going on and all this kind of stuff, and we get into all of that. And for me, I was interested just like everybody else because I'm like, oh man, with his mind and the way that he thinks, I know Kendrick is going to like just destroy this, man. Like, you know what I mean? With the visual, and all of that. And the halftime show happened. And when it first started and he started rapping on the hood of the Grand National, the Regal, and all the people started coming out of the Regal, I'm like, oh, that's hard. Oh, that's hard. Like, this is crazy. But I have to be 1,000% honest. I will say this. And a lot of people they got to put emotions aside. Shout out to Heather Nicole, the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan in the world. Facts. She been a Kendrick Lamar fan, man. She used to send me Kendrick Lamar songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? On some motivation tip years ago. You know what I mean? She's certified with it. But, my personal, like, I want you to realize what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm a neutral fan of both. I've been a fan of both of them since I've discovered their music. Talking about Kendrick and Drake. I've been a fan. What gets me, right, and Heather can relate to this, is it's so many people that are just jumping on a trend because it's fun to do, and you get a lot of people, it's notification stimulation. A lot of people you get a lot of people agreeing with you. You just get to get some hate off, or you might have had personal feelings towards Drake. So it's like you taking this ability to where you got this new culture of Kendrick fans that are illogical. They don't make sense. And a lot of them are just angry people. And it's just like, where did y'all come from, bro? Where did y'all even come from? Me personally, right? My expectations for this show. I'm like, Cuz gonna do these hits. It's gonna be cold-blooded. He gonna have a lot going on. And for me, it was lackluster. I feel like it didn't live up to the hype. Especially coming off the year that he just had, the 5 Grammys, et cetera, et cetera. To me, it didn't live up to the hype. But what ended up happening in the midst of not living up to the hype, people started making excuses as to why it didn't live up to the hype. Right? At first, right, when I say that I'm a Kendrick fan, I got to keep prefacing this. When I say that I'm a Kendrick fan, I'm talking when he was freestyling on industry beats. I'm like, who is that? Cuz it's cold. Cuz at first, when I first heard him, he reminded me of Corrupt a little bit. A West Coast person that's ultra lyrical. You don't see that often. Everybody West Coast raps like West Coast. Nobody's really digging in lyrics like that. Maybe Crooked Eye, Kendrick, and whoever I just said. Like, those are the ones that lyrically get me, like Corrupt and all of, like that's who get me. You know, so when I first heard him, I'm like, who is that? So I go back to that, Section 80, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of these new cats that's Kendrick fans, they can't even tell you about Untitled Unmastered. They can't name 3 songs off of it. They can't name 3 songs on, they can't name 3 songs on Section 80. They can't name who was the people on stage when they crowned Kendrick the king of West Coast. It's like it's nothing wrong with being a fan, but I'm saying, like, if you a newfound fan, it shows, you know? Sade said West Side Boogie. I've heard West Side Boogie, but I haven't really indulged, like, nothing against him. You know what I mean? Not nothing against him, but, you know, I listen to other stuff, you know? West Side Boogie, what I've heard from him, he's cold, though. You know what I mean? Ain't, you know, taking nothing away from him. But, so let's do this. So, they talking about the performance, right? Now, me, anytime that I post online, anytime I post on Facebook, people absorb it and take it personal, which I don't care, and I don't even know why, because I'm not even talking to you, but you took it personal. Like, what? But you got to realize that Facebook is part of my job. Like, social media is my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I post stuff, like, my page is monetized. So engagement pays me. So if I know that trending topics are going to get me engagement, why wouldn't I engage in those trending topics, right? You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people, while I tell jokes, because I always keep it in joke format, while I tell jokes, it's a lot of people responding seriously. And what's happened is this new class of Kendrick fans don't know how to maturely absorb a difference of opinion. Instead, they want to meet you with insults. Like, they saying stuff like, you glazing and you dick sucking and you dick riding. And it's like, yo. First of all, I ain't never played those games. Like, we ain't even got to go there. We can have a difference of opinion, but let's laugh at the end of it. But people can't have this. They can't absorb the fact that somebody thinks different. So they start getting into this mode of talking crazy. It's people that literally type in Kendrick Lamar and search and go through posts to see what people saying just to comment negative on it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. And I'm being honest. When I saw the Super Bowl thing, I was let down. I'm like, that was it? Now you got people like, well, you just not a deep thinker. That went over your head. It didn't go over a motherfucking thing. I saw what I saw. I wasn't watching that to get symbolism. I get it. But I'm not watching this for that. Y'all didn't advertise this for 3 months because of symbolism. Like, it wasn't because of symbolism. It's like, dog, a person can say, hey, it didn't meet my expectation. I'm just saying. A lot of these dudes, I'm telling you, bro, a lot of these dudes have a lot in common. Their girlfriend be white. They be dusty. You know what I'm saying? They from a burner page with 3 pictures on it. They got less than 500 followers. You dig? But it's like, why get so divisive when somebody's sharing an opinion on their own? Like, I don't get on people's pages and be like, this is what I think. I say stuff on my own. I say stuff on my own page. My page is public, so a lot of people start coming in and just saying stuff. You a goofy, you a this, you a that. First of all, listen, black man, grown man, what about this made you feel like that you could say something disrespectful to me just because I didn't share the same ideal as you. Now this ain't even about them. This is about you disrespecting me. I don't even know you to disrespect you. You that much of a fan to where you're going to disrespect a man because his thoughts are different from yours in defense of a man that you don't even know. It ain't a song out there that I listen. Let me tell you something. I can't stand Flow Rider. I can't stand Flow Rider. Me. Flow Rider is terrible. El terrible. Flow Rider aggravates me when it used to come on. My thing is I know this. I'm not out here trying to talk Flow Rider fans out of how they think or none of that. All I know is Flow Rider gets no play in this ride. I don't need nobody else's approval for that. What I'm not going to do is when Flow Rider drops an album, be the first one to listen. You see what I'm saying? Everything that Flow Rider posts, I'm going to be over there talking about, oh, this is terrible. I already determined that I thought he was trash. He might be a great human. I'm not talking about him as a man. As an artist, I feel like he's trash. Therefore, you would never see me on any of his content or nothing. Music, nothing. I've already determined that I don't like it. The same thing can't happen for the newfound Kendrick fans. You got to understand, I keep saying newfound, not the OG Kendrick fans, the newfound Kendrick fans. Anything that Drake posts, anything that Drake does, they are right there talking about how much they don't like it. Bro, you told us that 6 months ago, 9 months ago. Why are you still here? You see what I'm saying? She said, I was told to get off Kendrick's dick. My response was, no, I'm on it. Hawk to her. Mexi Stone said, that's when I start going in, they start throwing insults. I mean, I'm great at comebacks. That's how I feel. You know, you start getting into the insults. It's like, all right, bro, you want to turn it into that? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it shouldn't even be that. Like, why don't you have the maturity to absorb a difference of opinion? I'm not here to talk you out of liking Kendrick. I like Kendrick too. I'm just saying this particular thing ain't for me. You know, these new K-Dot fans are weirdos, bro. They're weirdos, bro. They talking about, I said, I made a video, right? Video's doing well on my Comedian Larry Starks page. I made the video of everybody roasting Drake because Drake had he came out on tour with the hoodie with the bullet holes in it. Conceptually, I thought that was fire. It ain't even a Drake thing. It's anybody that did that except for Flow Rider, I would have thought it was cold. Anybody that would have did it, I would have thought it was cold, right? Because conceptually, it's like, literally we know, even Kendrick fans know that everybody in the industry has been taking shots at Drake and they've been doing it for years. Everybody's been doing it. Y'all trying to end him. Y'all thought y'all ended him. And boom, he come back, sold out arena. Hoodie still smoking with the bullet holes in it. Luke Cage, cold-blooded. Y'all thought y'all got me, but here I stand. He started a song and put the mic down and let the crowd sing. Hard. Everybody's talking about the outfit. I'm like, I get it. Drake dresses like a assistant manager at Spencer's. He dresses as weird as I don't know what. Some of them outfits, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You dig what I'm saying? It like he dresses extremely weird, right? I acknowledge this. My thing is, you gotta call a spade a spade. So if you say that Drake dresses weird, we got to pull out the K-Dot outfits. Listen, in that video, I pulled out 3 K-Dot outfits. I gotta make it an unserious video, so I'm roasting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to be serious, so I gotta roast. But it's like, all I wanted people to do was agree with me that Kendrick Lamar has weird outfits as well. And nobody in the comments agreed. Nobody in the comments agreed with me. I'm sitting here like, bro, everybody instead, they either insulted me or they said something that was insulting to him. Somebody dissed his dad. I'm like, bro, what did that have to do with anything? Y'all don't even, like, what? What did his dad have to do with this? I said outfits. He's a pedophile. He be lying. He's doing this. It's like, bro, y'all, you so set on this. Y'all so set on this, bro. Y'all so set on this. Somebody said, that man's a bitch. This is all caps. That man's a bitch and he's something. And I'm like, bro, why are you so upset? You talking to me in all caps. Why are you this upset? I really need to know. What did he do to you personally? Nothing. He's just a bitch. Huh? This is weird, bro. Like, this is weird. Somebody said he be lying. So if he's lying, this song comes out stating that he's a pedophile. No charges pressed ever. No court cases ever. Everybody that was in question has had video evidence of them disputing that particular subject. And instead of being like, oh, okay, they like, nah, he paid him off. The check cleared. All right, bro. You got it, bro. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, bro. You got it. Okay. Next thing you know, they're like, he's lying. Okay, if he's lying, let's go back to the battle. Kendrick said he has a daughter. Kendrick said he's a pedophile. None of this stuff has been proven to be true. Nobody's like, hey, he's a liar. I'm just comparing things. I'm just comparing things. Right? Now this is a lie and this ain't. Ain't no music out there you like that much, bro. We got to call a spade a spade. A lot of these guys are so delusional, they ain't making sense. They not making sense, bro. For instance, when it came to the battle, a lot of people was talking about Meet the Grams. And we got to talk. We got to have an honest talk. Meet the Grams was boo-boo. That beat, everything, that was boo-boo. Meet the Grams was boo-boo. When I first heard it, I'm like, bro, what? I felt like 616 in LA was one of the coldest songs of the battle between the both of them. That Al Green sample, oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even know why they took that off of Apple Music. I was banging that every day. Off-White Sunseeker at the Marina. Oh man. That 616 in LA was crazy. Oh my God. And everybody claimed to not like it. I'm like, huh? I'm like, that was one of the coldest ones. But this is the thing though. The reason why it's been so pro Drake and anti Kendrick is because it's only really the new Kendrick fans that are making the least amount of sense. If you say that you don't like him, why are you listening to everything that Drake still releases? Why are you on every post? DJ Academics post something and y'all immediately in there, A minor, this, that, da. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like when he rapped up. What are y'all doing, bro? I thought y'all didn't rock with him. Why are y'all here? You see, this is weird activity. Flow Rider can't get me to comment on nothing. You heard what I'm saying, man? Sade said the Alchemist did his thing with Meet the Grams. No, he didn't. And I'm an Alchemist fan, mob deep, way back. I'm an Alchemist fan. No, he didn't. That Meet the Grams, doom, 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 doom. That was it. That was trash. Trash. That was trash. But that's neither here nor there. The thing about these guys, right? The thing about these guys, and I'm talking new K-Dot fans, they can't have a civilized conversation, so they just lead to insults and incorrect information all the time. And it's almost like, you know how when you play sports, right? Everybody has played basketball and it's game point and you do a move and you score. And if that score counts, you win the game. But everybody on the opposite team said you traveled. And what they do is they start walking to the other end of the court. So you can say, hey, I traveled. Now it's a turnover. It's their ball. And you don't get a chance to like dispute what you're doing. This is kind of the same case. So with the song saying a pedophile and the song saying a daughter and this, that, and the third, this is what everybody's running with. Oh, so you support a pedophile. Oh, so you support a da-da-da-da-da. Nobody has mentioned nothing about them cases that are real cases that exist in TDE right now. Somebody who's directly attached to Kendrick. It still ain't got nothing to do with him as an individual, but let's just state facts. Why ain't nobody talking about those? This is a real case going on. Y'all talking about Baca got a weird case. Your partner got a weird case. Why is he around? You dig? Let's spit facts, man. Let's spit facts. I've been killing dudes with just grown man logic all day. I'm like, yo, what about this made you think it was okay to just say the disrespectful stuff that you just said to me? All because I shared an opinion about two rappers that we both don't know? You gonna say that to me? Like, I wouldn't have said that to you. I've done nothing to disrespect you. And you just came out of your pot. Like, what? It's dudes in Lexington, Kentucky mad about people not liking the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl. Bro, you're from Lexington. You're not from Compton. What are you talking about? Like what? Let's not negate the quality of the Super Bowl performance. No voice track, no vocal track. Rapping through all the songs. Raw vocals. Breath control. Excellent. Excellent quality. Legendary quality. I feel like the set list was subject. Song selection was subject. It was kind of, you know, it was kind of weird. I get the dancers and all of that, but I think everybody's just so ready to cape. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Serena started sea walking. Everybody automatically attributed to her sea walking in Wimbledon. Fam, she has been retired for years. What are y'all talking about? You know why she was there. Her and Drake used to mess around. Drake used to sub her in songs. Her husband be saying stuff. And here you are trying to cape for the fact that she's because she's sea walking. If anything, it made Drake look good. He done knocked off Serena. He done knocked off SZA. And y'all got them on the Super Bowl like, hey, look at it. Let's talk about you. He still hit. Like, she got a whole husband. You talking about the culture. That man is white as Christmas Day. There's nothing wrong with being white, but I'm just saying, let's state facts. Why has this not been brought up as an issue? Y'all have issues with everything else surrounding it. Why is this not an issue? We talking logic. Everybody's like, Drake's not a part of the culture. He's pop. He grew up in a middle class upbringing with a white mother and a black father, and he was in Canada and this, that, and the third. And then it's a video with him, with his dad singing and rapping Lauryn Hill lyrics. You know, at 9 years old, I think that's pretty immersed in the culture. They immediately start talking about, well, his dad was a deadbeat, so he wasn't even there for real. What? What? Like, where are we getting these left field takes from, bro? It's like, let's talk about this right here. You like, he got some fries at McDonald's and didn't pay for them. He's the poor person. What are you talking about, bro? It's weird, man. Heather said it's hard to be a part of these convos lately because it's the new it's the new news starting them, and they spewing whatever. It's hard out here. No, facts. It's hard for you to, because you can blend in and kind of look like these new K-Dot fans. You can just kind of blend in. Are you a K-Dot fan? Are you a Drake hater? Just say it, bro. I feel blessed because I can like both. I can listen to both without an issue. My thing is, bro, you're gonna sit here. As soon as that Party and Party Next Door and Drake album drop tomorrow, all of the fucking new K-Dot fans are gonna be listening. And guess what they're gonna do? This is trash. It sounds like every other Party Next Door song. They started dissing Party Next Door when they started releasing snippets. Just because he's affiliated with it, you dissing him? Why ain't he drop no music? Just drop music. Well, duh. If you know anything about metrics and you know how to read the room, now is not a good time to drop an album. Because everybody is speaking to your detriment. Now is not a good time, fam. Now is not a good time. Right? Let's make it make sense. It's companies invested in this. These new K-Dot fans, bro, they are mad at everything that is common logic that might not be in Kendrick Lamar's favor. Let's name them. Let's list them out. Kendrick Lamar came out with GNX, a surprise album. Nobody expected it. He came out with the album. It's a cool album, right? A lot of people called it a classic. It's your world. Whatever you feel, it's your world. Nobody can talk you out of how you feel about the album. It's a cool album, right? He say something about white comedians talking about black women. Causes an uproar. Everybody think it's Gary Owen. Realize that it's Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz being a comedian did what comedians do. I felt like I was the only person that understood what he was doing. This is engagement. Engagement equals dollars. This is the highest amount of engagement you're going to get in a time span. So why not indulge? You got a podcast. You got all of this type of stuff. So if you say something wild on this podcast, it's going to get millions of views and boom, you got a $60,000 check coming in. You don't care about what these people are talking about. They're not coming to your shows anyway. They're not a fan of you anyway. So all of a sudden, all the new K-Dot fans are anti-Andrew Schultz people. They hate Andrew Schultz now. He dug into it. Because you can't bully him out of his thought process. When did we start policing comedy? It ain't cool to talk about sexually assaulting a black man. You knew he was joking. You knew it was a joke. Like how you get third party mad? You way over here in Knoxville. How are you upset? This ain't got nothing to do with you. You talking about you don't do it to a black man. You talking about what? Shut up. It is somebody that lives on your street that is on that sex offenders list. Look it up. You got somebody in your family be doing weird stuff. You don't let your kids around them in the room alone. You more outraged about Andrew Schultz telling a joke than what's reality in front of you. Shut your ass up. Andrew Schultz, everybody's anti-Andrew Schultz now because he replied to Kendrick Lamar and told some jokes and didn't care about the outcome. Cool. Next thing you know, halftime performance gets announced. Everybody thought New Orleans, automatically Lil Wayne, right? What ends up happening, they pick Kendrick Lamar. Lil Wayne gets offended, not at Kendrick Lamar, but at the NFL. Like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Hometown, that would have been epic. Like, you know, whatever. All of a sudden, people start putting them against each other like Wayne could never hold a candle to Kendrick. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Did you just listen to what you said? Are you for real? Listen to what you said. Tell me what kinda... You got diamonds that'll bling blind ya. That Lil Wayne from this far back? Stop it. Stop it. All of a sudden now you don't like Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne's not worthy enough. Now it's we don't like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's acting like a brat. Lil Wayne's being selfish. Lil Wayne's acting like a kid. All of a sudden, you're critical of Lil Wayne for showing emotion about performing at the Super Bowl that's in his hometown. You live in Knoxville. You live in Frankfort, Kentucky. Why are you interested in this? Andrew Schultz, you're mad at Lil Wayne. Next thing you know, the Breakfast Club interview, 2 Chainz and Larry June just released the album. Album's pretty fly. Check it out. 2 Chainz and Larry June just released the album. In the Not Like Us, Kendrick mentioned 2 Chainz. So they asked him about it and how he felt. Larry June commented and said he hadn't heard the song in its entirety. And everybody started dissing Larry June. We don't know who Larry June is. He ain't even all that good anyway. That's why he is where he is in life. Wow. All he said was, I haven't heard it. He's like, I be in the studio. He said, I be in the studio and I don't really listen to music because it'll contaminate my creative process. Anybody that's a creative can understand that. Everybody took it as a slight, talking about like he's dissing. So they started dissing him. So now you mad at Larry June because he didn't listen to it? Somebody in the comments said he's lying. He's lying though. How do you factually know this? Why are you upset to where you feel like somebody got to tell you a lie? Who are you that you feel like somebody has to lie to you? And he wasn't even talking to you. He was talking to an interviewer. He's lying. We still haven't addressed this rap battle stuff. A daughter that existed, quote unquote, pedophile allegations that existed. In this, we hear nothing. So therefore, those are lies until proven to be fact, right? Why ain't we talking about that? It's cool to leave it alone. I mean, I'm with that. But if you're going to leave that alone, then why are you bringing this up talking about he's lying? How can he be lying when he just told you his truth? These new Kendrick Lamar fans are weirdos, bro. These guys are weirdos. It is people that are legit mad right now that people don't share their ideas, bro. If you like the album, if you like the performance, that's your opinion. You should be satisfied and happy with it. What makes you upset that he don't feel like how I feel, so I'm mad at him? Bro, you're a father, first of all. You're a father. Like, you know what I mean? What is, like, this has turned into something so weird, bro. Y'all mad at everybody who has an opinion that's not in that favor. You gotta make it make sense. Like, let's be for real, bro. It's people in my comments right now. I wish I could bring it up, man. I want to see if I can bring it up. It's people in my comments right now, bro. That are saying some of the most asinine stuff on the planet. Like, it just doesn't even make sense. Like, for real. In response to me saying that if Drake's not part of the culture, then what is this? And everybody brought up everything that had nothing to do with it. Like, let me find this, and then I'm going to see if I can get into it. Because then I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to see if I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Because you know I'm in there talking my talk, you heard? You know I'm talking my talk. Let me see. I don't remember how to screen share. I don't know. don't know. No, it won't let me. Damn. Yeah, it won't let me. Yeah, I was going to show you this. I was going to show you this stuff, man. It's wild to see though. Honestly, it's wild to see. Like, I even posted a GIF of Thanos, and I said, "Look at me handling this 20v1 with such ease." It's 121 comments on the video, and everybody's coming out of the woodwork trying to, get at me, and I'm just handling them with such poise and ease, like. And I'm like, look at me handling this 20v1 with such ease. Somebody popped in the comments and said, "You know what happened to Thanos in the movie, right?" I was like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, y'all are killing me, man. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all weird, bro. Like, you know what happened to Thanos, right? Like, you want to do everything except for answer the question. You know what I'm saying? Whiteout, what up, though? Ricky Divine, appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know I'm gonna rock the hats. I'm gonna come through with the hats. So they said, you know what happened to Thanos? And it's like somebody said, you gonna go to the depths to ride for Drake. It's okay, man. We got it. Like, basically, he got the point. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to the depths to ride for Drake. I'm like, bro, I literally get paid to engage. Like, I know it's people on Facebook for free, and that's fine, but I actually pay bills off engagement. So why wouldn't I engage in a trending topic that's going to up my shit 700%? Like, I'm playing chess. These niggas playing Connect 4. What are we talking about? Like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody said, I'm confused why you going so hard for the pecan penguin. And it's like, I get that you're trying to tell a joke and you being funny. And I get that. But my point is, every time I make sense, nobody's helping defuse what I'm saying. I'm asking questions and nobody has answers. Instead, they have insults and secondary questions. These new K-Dot fans are weird, bro. Like, I'm talking about all the way from the DJs. I've never seen nothing like it. I've never seen nothing like it. Everybody's doing all this talking and K-Dot's being this minimal. You see him when you see him, and that's it. Even when he had that Apple Music interview, that was contractual for the Super Bowl. And he was minimal then. Meanwhile, everybody's speaking on behalf. Like, everybody's speaking on behalf. Meanwhile, the man ain't said nothing. Somebody that was a DJ was at a concert and they played Love and the Crew featuring The Weeknd. The beginning intro. Boom, 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 boom. And on the last beat hit, the DJ said psych and then played Not Like Us. And it was like, I get it. That was a cold transition to get the crowd hype, but you just took a unnecessary shot. Like, for what? People are doing such weird research to the point. It's Drake fans doing weird research too. Researching the ticket sales. Who cares? We not making no money off of that. Who cares? Drake sold out. It's in Australia though. It's sold out though. K-Dot didn't even sell out all his venues yet. Who cares? Like, dog, what are we doing? It's not making sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like it don't make sense. Nah, it wouldn't Mustard. I think it was like DJ Head or somebody like that. It wasn't Mustard. But this is my thing. And I want you to look at me clearly, and I won't hit y'all with some real logic. right? Super Bowl happened. Everybody was looking forward to that. They said, from that point, it's over, this, that, and the third, all of that. Okay, cool. It happened. To me, the Not Like Us didn't hit like it was supposed to, you know. Um, I think the bell bottoms got more attention. I think he used the performance to spend more time on Drake than anything. People want to cloak it in the hidden messages, but that was not the time nor place. You got a stadium full of white people who don't even know your music for real, and you trying to do hidden messages. For who? For what? Like, you spent a lot of time on that, and now you about to go on tour. So what happens now at tour? You gonna do Not Like Us again? Like, it's just an honest question. Like, are you gonna do Not Like Us again? Is it gonna hit the same? Are people still wanting to hear it? You know? Like, I don't think the performance hit like everybody thought it was. Right? I think the Grammy thing is a flattering thing. It's cold-blooded that you swept and got 5 Grammys, bro. That's cold. That's cold. Like, that's cold. At the same time, I feel it's equally as cold that Drake is such a stimulus package that it got you 5 Grammys because it made it that popular. You know? If you did a diss song about the game, it wouldn't have made it out of California. See what I'm saying? Like, and Sade, yeah, you're right. It's going to definitely hit in LA and Toronto. Facts. Oh, facts. It's going to go crazy in LA and Toronto. But this is my thing. Right? If the Super Bowl was used for symbolism and symbolic messages and all this good stuff, why didn't you use none of that at the pop out? Because that was solely about you unfiltered. Why not do that at the pop out? Use that for all your symbolism, getting your point out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about he broke the record. He got the most views in the Super Bowl over Michael Jackson by like 200,000. But you got to realize what the buildup was. It's definitely dope. But I mean, Apple pumped this ever since it came out that he was going to do the Super Bowl. They pumped it. So, of course, everybody's going to watch. You already got a built-in 100 million viewers because they watching the Super Bowl. Everybody watches the halftime show. Next thing you know, you got this coming, the beef. We know he's going. Now it's the thing of doing Not Like Us, the lawsuit, XYZ, da. Now we interested to see if he's going to do it. So he's teasing the song the whole time. Oh, is he going to do it? He ain't going to do it. Oh, is he going to do it? Right? The only thing he didn't do is say pedophile. That was the only thing he didn't do. And I'm sure that was legal advice. You know, now we get to move on. Now we get to move past this because, like, what's next? When this album drops tomorrow, I need you to pay special attention to what everybody is saying about this album. All the Kendrick fans are going to have something to say. The Spotify 2024 wrap-up exposed a lot of people. You talk so much, and Drake was top 2 in your Spotify wrap-up. Come on now. I mean, we gotta be honest. We gotta call a spade a spade. What gets me, and I find this weird too. 502-632-3742 if you want to call in. 502-632-3742. What I find to be weird is the fact that the lawsuit's happening, right? The lawsuit against UMG. People know that the lawsuit is against the record label that they are both on and not against Kendrick Lamar. And everybody instead says, you started a beef and you lost the beef and then sued. That's bitch made. First of all, if you trying to play me out of $200 million, I'm taking you to court too. If you offer me $500 million, $500 million, right? And then you boost this song because it's negative against my name, which takes my value down. And now you can offer me less because I'm not as popping now. I'm just supposed to take that on the chin? No, we going to court. It ain't got nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. This has to do with what y'all doing with the contract. I'm sure if the contract proceeded as usual, a lawsuit would have never took place. But they started talking like, oh yeah, well, you're not as popping as you was since the battle. Oh no, we got to take this to court. If he didn't have valid feet to stand on, this stuff would have been wrapped up. Think about why it's not wrapped up. You got these new K-Dot fans that are refusing to tell the truth and be honest and say that they know that Kendrick Lamar is not being sued. Instead, his record label is insisting that Drake sue Kendrick Lamar. Nobody seems to have a problem with that. How are you able to look into a 18-minute halftime show and decipher all the cultural clues and hints and see all the stuff that's all of this, and you have the mind power and it didn't go over your head because you are within one with the earth, but you can't even comprehend a legal lawsuit that is public record? How? How can you do one and not the other? You mean to tell me you can decipher a Super Bowl halftime show for all the hidden meanings, but you can't understand a simple lawsuit that is literally on paper telling you what's happening? You don't see Kendrick Lamar Duckworth on there nowhere as far as being somebody to sue. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And when you say something like that, make it make sense, guess what they do? You glazing, wipe your mouth off, get it out your throat. Now they disrespecting you. They can't logically answer the question without disrespecting you, bro. This is what happens. If you can decipher an 18-minute Super Bowl show and find these hints and clues when we know you was a D- student in school, then you can definitely understand a lawsuit and know that the man is not suing Kendrick. You got it fucked up to think that I'm not going to sue a company that's trying to do me in. Are you kidding me, bro? I'm getting you out of there for $20,000. What are we talking about? No less $200 million. It's like, bruh. As Nicole said, I think once that little video of Drake's Johnson got passed around, the little wee energy dudes start coming for Drake because it started relationship records. I don't know nothing about it, but you know, it ain't far fetched as far as making sense. You know, all I'm saying is this, man. Anytime I'm coming with this, I'm not being divisive. I'm telling jokes. So anytime that somebody comes in this joint and they attack me on a serious level, I match energy, but I match energy logically. I'm not trying to beef with you. I don't even know you to beef with you. I'm beefing with these bills. What are you talking about? You know, the bill is more important than anything you upset at. But we just got to call a spade a spade. These new K-Dot fans are weird. Salute to every OG K-Dot fan that can go way back and say that they've always appreciated his music, even when nobody listened. Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers wasn't on nobody's radar. Let's be honest. The sales talk for themselves. The numbers talk for themselves. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers wasn't on nobody's radar. Bangers on it. Untitled, Unmastered wasn't on nobody's radar. Bangers on it. Conceptually dope. It's untitled, it's unmastered. I just made dope music in here. Surprise release. Fire. Damn. Classic. See what I'm saying? Like, this is what people got to understand, bro. Get your feelings out of it and start thinking with logic and understand that this is all entertainment that we're supposed to enjoy. It's not supposed to make us pick sides. You picking sides. Bro, we are allowed to enjoy both of them. I don't know about y'all. I'm enjoying both of them. Like, I enjoy both of them. I can't wait till Kendrick drop his album. I think it's going to go crazy. I do think personally that he shouldn't really pay no more attention to Drake. Like, if he carried it on, then it would get really weird. Like, what you on, bro? Like, why you still going? You know what I mean? It would get kind of weird then. But I feel like I can't wait to see what they drop. Drake's tactic is making sense. All you got to do, I said it a couple pods ago. All you got to do is make good music. Kobe hooped so hard that we forgot that he liked putting in white girls' rear ends. It's a fact. Kobe hooped so hard that we forgot that he liked putting it in white girls' rear ends. He scored so many points that we forgot that happened. Same thing with Drake. All you gotta do is just come out with them slaps. And you can act like you don't like it. As soon as it come out, it's like, that thing jumping. That thing getting down to it. Because fire is fire. And they both fire artists. Oh my God. One so far. I mean, like, come on, man. All these anti-Drake people, man, anti-K-Dot, y'all tripping. Y'all act like somebody made y'all choose sides when you can actually just sit back and... No, Jesus Christ, bro. Stop playing, bro. You can listen to both. Smoke before I make decisions. That's how I end on a high note. What? Don't sell my house on a bridal. I'm blindfolded. Like, come on, man. Stop playing, bro. We got to stop playing, bro. Like, come on, man. We dealing with excellent artists, and this division is doing nothing for nobody. It's not beneficial for neither one of us. None of us. Like, Drake is so valuable to the game. I heard somebody say, if I was him, I wouldn't do any features with anybody else because of the way that they treated him after this. And I kind of agree. I don't know about y'all. Excuse me. But, you know, nobody's going to force me to make a choice when I can enjoy both. Straight up. I just be... Heather said, what was that? Yeah, that's what that was. That was one of them. White House says segregation of the culture has been a factor, will be a factor until all of us fans demand better from the artists. Yeah, facts. Like, said, what was that? Yeah, I'm saying, man, like, you can literally enjoy both. No, it's no rule going against that. And this divisiveness is a trauma response by people just going through it. It's an opportunity for you to just be an asshole to somebody. Like, because I've never seen nothing like it. I've never seen when G-Unit was beefing, nobody was going through it like this. Rockefeller beefing, nobody was going through it like that. Dipset beefing right now, nobody even cares. Like, think about this. I've never seen nothing like it. So delusional and unreasonable on all accords, bro. It's like, what? Y'all want that man to be finished so bad. And when he released, y'all gonna be the first to listen. Ebro's such a hater. Ebro talking about Drake is a sickness. Ebro, you're mad at everybody that raps. You're mad at everybody that raps because you feel like they should be hip hop. Just because they make music, they ain't got to be the hip hop that you grew up on. Who are you? You're a radio host. I'm immersed in the culture. You're not in a position to give demands. He tried to put Lil Uzi Vert in a position years ago. Why are you trying to make this boy look bad when you got all of these listeners that could potentially become a fan of him? You know, Ebro's like, you're a hater, bro. And I say that because you're known to hate on many artists. Not just him, but you're saying a sickness. Like, oh, this is personal for you. Like, this is personal for you. Kodak Black, he got Kodak Black in there and started asking him questions about his court case. It was like a sexual assault case. And he's like, I thought I told y'all that I didn't want to talk about that. He's like, you can't tell me what to talk about on my show. Like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I think Heather won't hear that again. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And that's an unreleased song that you just heard. That's unreleased, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? Sade said, Heather got me cracking up. You know, your loyalty won't let you bob your head, so you gotta just be there stiff, like, Sade said, if you're gonna be a hip hop artist, at least have some respect for it. True lyricism is dead because he's YNs and mumble artists do not get it. And you said that you tried to call me from the 931. You called me from the 931, Sade? Because I ain't hear nothing. I thought I would get notified. Okay, I'm going to call you now. I'm calling you back.
Hello. Hey.
What's happening?
Hold on. Let me mute this real quick.
All right.
Hold on, because I just wanted to touch base on something real quick on what you said earlier.
Get your bars off.
I got popped my stuff real quick. But we got to be honest here. Mm-hmm. Drake is a product of hip-hop. He is not hip-hop. Don't get me wrong. He's a great entertainer, but we not going to sit here in front like Drake don't be out here cosplaying people.
He don't be, he out here doing what?
Cosplaying. He's cosplaying a lot of people out here. I don't think.
What, I mean, I hear you.
How can I put this into words?
I hear you, and I respect it. What evidence of that do you have, and what makes him different? What makes him any different from anybody else in hip hop?
What makes him any different? I mean, Drake is who he is. We do like singing Drake. We love ballad Drake. Drake has never been on that battle rap. Drake has never been on that whole drill tip. Drake has never been on that Caribbean stuff that he was on. I feel like he stole that from Story, to be honest with you. But I feel like anything that's popping, Drake takes it and just enhances it and makes it better, in my opinion. But
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying in respect. I think with that, I think you, and this is just my opinion, I think you might be misinterpreting that. Like just a little bit of bias, a little bit of bias might have you misinterpreting that for creativity. That's what I'm saying, because it's like, you know, I know who you in favor of, but I'm just saying, like, for that take, it's like that's studio creativeness, because Snoop, let's not forget Snoop Lion. Snoop did a whole reggae album. Let's not forget Shaggy. Shaggy's not even nowhere near he doesn't even sound like how he makes music. You know, that's a creative,
a whole fake accent.
Yeah, that's a creative thing. It's entertainment, right? So it's like when you get to, let's go back to the 90s, you know, you had Color Me Bad and everybody like that was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a thing. So it's like when you get into drill music and Caribbean music and all of that kind of stuff, it's like Drake is good for a couple of songs that I'm like, what is this? But I understand that it'll be played in hotels.
What is Drake's sound?
But
what is his sound? What is something like in his own lane, something that he's created?
What we just listened to?
We can't find that.
No, like what we just listened to, and anytime you listen to a timestamp song, any of his timestamp songs, that's his style. That's you know what I mean? Like that's a style. Now, I mean, I get it. Like you said, you want him to have an identity, but when you look at it, that's creativeness on all parts. Like everybody as an artist goes through creative changes to where you had who was it? It was Jim Jones. I think he had a whole drill album, and he's a New York rapper. But he came out with a whole drill album because
and that did not.
No,
it was not fire.
No,
it was
trash. It was trash. It was absolutely trash. But he was brave enough to try it. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a little bit of bravery to go from what you know to jumping in something. I mean, think about UGK when they did the song with Jay-Z, Big Pimpin'. Bun B was for it. Pimp C was against it because he's like, this ain't our style. We don't rap like this. But Bun B's like, this is the biggest look that we ever gonna get in life. You know? And he ended up doing it, and it just so happened to work. But that was a change in technique of their musical style. So I feel what you're saying. I think it's just being creative, honestly. I just think when it comes to entertainment, that's being creative. And then with
so that's what we're going to cloak it as, him being creative.
Well, I'm saying, because, you know, you got Canadian culture, they talk different. They talk damn near Jamaican and, you know, all of that. So, and it's like.
But one minute he sounds Jamaican, one minute he sounds like he's from Houston, Texas. One minute he sounds like he's from Atlanta.
And I know, and that is hilarious. That every time it's hilarious. Now, I can say that I've known people to go to school at Kentucky State University, which is 15 minutes up the road from Lexington, in Frankfort, Kentucky. Frankfort, Kentucky, that school brings in people from everywhere, Florida, Chicago, you name it. They from all over. You spend a year or two with somebody from Florida, you start to pick up their dialect. I'm seeing them in Lexington talking about down there. What do you mean down there? What? We in Kentucky. We don't say down there in Kentucky. Like what? You know. So I get where it's coming from, and I get what you're saying. That should be like.
Okay, they must got a personality disorder because I'm gonna be who I am. I'm from
Tennessee. Every time.
I'm from Tennessee. That's I'm a rep every day. I'm not gonna be out here cosplaying trying to pick up different links.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but creatively though, I think it's just him doing music that works because. You know, that one album, it was like all the Allen cuts. I thought that was trash. Like everybody thought it was trash, but I was like, I get it. It's going to play. It's going to play everywhere except for where we listening. It's like, it's still going to generate. And I'm like, I get it. Like because when you go on vacation, that's what you're going to hear everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like at the resort, you're going to hear it on the boat. You're going to hear it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Now.
And the thing is, Drake been in the game for 20 years. I can't honestly say that we even have a classic album from him. I can't think of a classic at all. He got great hits, but I can't think of a timeless album. But I feel like To Pimp a Butterfly is a timeless album. I feel like 1980 is timeless. It's the truth. Like, come on now.
To Pimp a Butterfly is a timeless album. To Pimp a Butterfly is a timeless album. You mean to tell me that Take Cares is not a classic? Take Care is not a classic? Views is not a classic?
Album. I keep in a rotation to this day, but I don't think it's a timeless album. I don't think people are going to be talking about it 20 years. Absolutely not. I don't see it 20 years from now. People talking about it. Oh, this is great. Not the bomb.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I don't agree.
I mean, but guess what?
I promise I'm not.
But guess what though? This is how it works. I hit people with this all the time. That's your opinion, and I respect it because logically I can see where you're coming from with that. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
So if you feel
It's
that
all
way,
subjective, right?
yeah. So if it's like if it's just not hitting for you on that tip, it's like it just don't hit. For me personally, everybody loves the Luther song, and I'm like, it's boring to me. I'm like, turn this shit off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for me though. Like I feel like bad because I'm like, am I missing something? But I just don't like it. I'm like, it's cool. It's not a bad quality song, but it's like you got way colder hits than this. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I get it, you know what I mean? But to be fair, you know, with all of that, we dealing with two artists that gave us some of the best music that we've heard since hip hop has, you know, since we started listening to music, you know. So I feel like we both in blessed positions to even listen to the music. I just feel like on both ends, we shouldn't spend so much time hating. We should just spend time enjoying it, man. When Kendrick drop, if you people think when Kendrick drop, it ain't gonna be hard.
See, you can't say that we can't spend time hating, but but in the same breath, you're saying that you felt like his NFL performance was boring.
It was.
And there's no, in my opinion,
it was lackluster.
I think he did what
the jeans got more attention than the bars. The jeans got more attention.
The jeans were popping.
He got more attention than the bars, man. You know, like, and I just, for me, with the build up and everything going on, I expected more. That was just on me. That was my fault.
But it's Kendrick Lamar. What do you expect? You know his history, right? You know for him to have these,
and Kendrick
like
and
a bunch of
Kendrick
theatrics.
And Kendrick blows my mind every time. Like, even musically, I hear stuff that I didn't hear before, and I have to rewind it. Like, bro, what? Even to hear people talk about being in the studio with him, his genius ideas to make the song, what goes into a song that we think is simple. It's like, no, that was 15 people singing, and that was 10 layers each person. And it's like, whoa, what? Huh? Yeah, that much went into this song. Like, you know, so I respect his genius. I just felt like, you know, it didn't deliver like I thought it would, you know? And that was just.
So what were you all expecting? Did y'all want fireworks? Do you want more dancers? Do you want them popping coochie out here? Like, what were you all expecting?
I expected.
It's Kendrick.
I expected it to hit like his performance the last time in the Super Bowl. Like, I think he did better last time. See, with this, you got Samuel L. Jackson. You got Samuel L. Jackson doing his thing. You know, you got SZA doing her thing. You got Serena doing her thing. You got the dancers. You got the colors in the thing, like the flag and all of that. I get it, but you went more for symbolism than actual performance. See what I'm saying? Now, if you're going for the symbolism tip, then you achieved your goal. But I think you focused on Drake and symbolism more than you focused on the actual strength of the performance. I thought it was.
And we have to disagree there. I don't believe a lot of that was on Drake. I feel like it was like a small portion of it towards the end, but I don't believe his entire performance was for Drake.
He teased his most popular song. He teased his most popular song throughout the whole performance.
I mean, why not? He could have capitalized off that. It was his hottest song last year.
Exactly, but I'm saying that's about Drake, right? That's about Drake, right? Everybody's watching this performance to see what he's saying about Drake. When they found out that he was going to do this, they knew. They knew, oh, we got to see what he's going to do. Everybody's like, this is the nail in the coffin. You know, he did the turn the TV off and then the game over in the crowd and all of that. That was hard. I get it. It was hard. But whose game over?
I didn't even know. Like, I saw they said that the and I wasn't paying attention to this, but they said like with this the stage, it was basically a PlayStation controller inside of I guess like a jail yard. I guess I didn't even know that. So I'm like, wow, that's pretty dope. I would have never thought that because I wasn't looking into it that deeply. I wasn't looking into that deeply, but I'm like, that's something I expect for Kendrick to do. But to say that it's boring and for people to feel that Drake made his career, and if it wasn't for Drake, he wouldn't be at the Super Bowl. That's crazy. That's wild.
So I feel
where do you all get this from?
I feel like it was dope that he got to do it. I think that he might have messed it up for rappers for the next 5 years. For real.
Yeah, we're not welcome back to the Super Bowl after this. They're gonna get
They showed them white people in the crowd. They was watching. They was like, somebody stood up and booed and did all of that type of stuff. And then they was like, everybody was saying A minor. And then next thing you know, they showed a video and there was a white gay dude and he was like, A minor. Like, I'm like, yo. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this though.
It was awkward.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was too black for the Super Bowl. It was too black for the Super Bowl.
Too black, but that's what I love about it because it was too black. I don't expect for all white people to understand Kendrick's music, and that's probably why the energy wasn't there because you did see a lot of white people in the crowd like, what the hell is really going on here?
It was too black.
But I'm pretty sure if it was Drake,
so Casanat is like giving his honest opinion. He's like, I'm there and nobody was making no noise. Tell me why the people started dissing. They started dissing Casanat. I'm like, bro, what? Like, the man just gave his recollection of being there, and they started dissing him. Like, streamers shouldn't even have opinions. You shouldn't even have an account.
I feel like he's biased. I feel like he may be a bit biased because he's a Drake fan.
I don't.
Like, I can't even take him seriously.
I mean, but see, that's. I think that's biased though, because I think he's a fan of both. He's just giving an opinion, right? He's entitled. He's entitled to that.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he's entitled, but be fair. It may have been, of course, because a lot of, the playlist or the track list.
He wasn't saying it maliciously.
You're right, he wasn't, but he could have kept the comment to himself. But I understand that people didn't understand what most of the songs that Kendrick was performing, unless you purchased the DMX album or streaming it, you knew the records. But for your average listener, I'm pretty sure, or the people at the stadium, they didn't know what songs he was saying until he got to Not Like Us, which was like his major hit at this moment. But they wasn't quiet during that time. I've heard the people in the crowd singing his music, or Not Like Us anyway.
Let me ask you a real question before I get you off here. Let me ask you a real question. What do you think, right? What do you think his next step is to when it comes to music? Because my thing is, now you got people's attention, but people didn't ever pay attention to the stuff that you made that was classic like that. Like, all the people that's paying attention now, they weren't paying attention then like that. We all know that. But it's like, with Not Like Us being your pinnacle song right now, how are you going to make another Not Like Us without mentioning this person? You see what I'm saying? Like, how do you think that's going to happen?
Well, I'll say this. Kendrick doesn't have to mention Drake to be popping. So
of course,
with that.
I 1,000% agree.
He's good.
I 1,000% agree.
But I know you do because I'm right when I'm right. But
oh my God!
Now, Kendrick is going to be fine. I just hate the fact that these radical Drake fans and radical Kendrick fans are going to be so stuck on that moment, trying to get back to that moment. Yeah, I say we just leave it there. It was a time, and let's move forward.
Yeah, so exactly.
That's pretty much where I'm at with it.
Exactly, I agree. I'm just questioning, like, man, what's the next Not Like Us? Like, not a diss, but what's the next? Like the one that's undeniable. Like, what's that? The next one?
Yeah, it's Kendrick. He's gonna have hits after hits after hits.
He's always had hits.
Just fine.
He's the I can't remember the song. If Heather can help me out, I don't know. It's a song with George Clinton, and George Clinton is like ad-libbing on the song. That motherfucker's so bad, man. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Yeah, from To Pimp a Butterfly.
Man,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was listening to that in the car, and
I can't think of him. Yes.
My
Leslie Sperry, I believe.
My mom. That song hit so hard. My mom, she Shazammed it. She's like, "Oh, what's this?" She Shazammed it, like, "Oh, I need that in my playlist." I'm like, "Yeah, this is hard." Like,
Mama knows.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
Knows. Of course, you got Thundercat. George Clinton, OG, like, come on now. That was a very funky album. That's one of my favorites.
I'm telling you, like I'm saying, we got, but I mean, for you to say that Drake don't have like a timeless album, that's crazy. That is
he
crazy.
don't. There's nothing like he has
crazy.
hits, but I cannot see anyone saying 20 years from now, like, oh yeah, Take Care was that one, and like, no, he has hot moments. Nothing to me that's just going to be memorable. I can't see myself talking to my grandkids 20 years from now, like, oh yeah, this is the time Drake had a masterpiece. Like, for me, no, I can't see that.
So you say you could do that with you? So you say you could do that with Kendrick? I went to the park the other day. Like, what?
Yeah, of course, with my dashiki on and my bangles. Yes.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely. Kendrick, come on now. You got professors studying his stuff at universities.
So it's I'm about to wrap up. It's all love, man. I appreciate you calling in. You more than welcome to call in any show, you know what I mean? And I'm glad to get your take and your opinion on that type of stuff too, man, because you know, you make it make a lot of sense for somebody who's a true fan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Take Care, the timeless album thing.
I mean, I am an OG. I go back to Section 80s, so yeah.
Salute.
A real hardcore fan.
You know what I'm saying? Salute.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you gotta get more well versed, man, in the other side too, man, because there's a lot of good music out there that you're missing out on. To say it ain't a timeless album, you ain't been listening. So I know Kendrick got some timeless albums. I know that.
Listen, we be bumping Drake in the club. Like, I don't want to hear Kendrick when I'm in the club. I like to hear Drake. I'm on that. But again, as far as like a timeless album, absolutely not. But your boy got hit.
Ah, man. So, I mean, you know, respect. That's all I can say. Respect. But, you know, I appreciate you calling in, man. You know what I mean? And until next time, you did.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Yeah. Shout out to her, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, man. You know. Whiteout said Pitbull is up for next year. Jesus Christ, not Pitbull. Oh, he's somebody that I put in the same realm as Flo Rida. I can't do Pitbull or Flo Rida. No. Boo. But yeah, man, you know, we done went a whole 2 hours. We usually go an hour 25, hour 30 minutes, man. We done went a whole 2 hours, man. So, you know, we done had a good discussion on, you know, this good episode. What episode we in? Episode 65 of the Areola RollerCoaster podcast, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Share this, man. Share it in your story. You know what I mean? Put the word out. This will be available on your streaming platforms, man. You can listen to it on Google iPad, Google Podcast platform, Apple Podcast platform. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, wherever you may get your, you know, podcast needs at, man. I'm your boy Starks, man. This has been the Areola RollerCoaster podcast. You dig? And we're gonna go out on a high note, man. Let me see, man. What we doing, man? Appreciate everybody out there, man. We'll be here same time next week. You know what I mean? Every Thursday, man, the Areola RollerCoaster podcast. This has been episode 65. And we'll catch you next time. You dig?